is Jade Ashley, and I am back again with a new video. Thanks to everyone who tuned in last week for When the Beat Drops. And this week I'm going to talk about Chris Brown and his legal issues, Justine Bieber and his legal issues, and also Nicki and Mariah. So if you're interested, stay tuned for my hot beats of the week. Okay guys, so the first topic of this week is Chris Brown. So Chris Brown actually copped a plea deal for his, I guess, standing DC case. If you guys didn't know, last year October he was out in DC and he allegedly punched a person in his face from like stopping and getting on his tour bus or something like that. And actually this year his bodyguard was found guilty and his case was still actually pending, and what he actually did was he copped the plea deal so he can just be found guilty, so just so he can like get rid of the case. Because I mean, Chris has so much coming up. Like we all know, his new album X is actually coming out September 16th, and if you haven't pre-ordered it like myself, then, well, I've pre-ordered it. So if you haven't pre-ordered it, then I will say definitely pre-order the album. And not to mention him and, you know, Trey Songz are actually going out on tour. So there's so much going on that is like, is enough. Enough is enough. Like too much legal stuff is like stopping him from prospering. So I guess he just took the right, he just did the right thing and just was like, you know what, let me just get this out the way. So he copped the plea deal, and this is actually like a quote from the Associated Press, and they said, Chris Brown will not see any jail time in his Washington D.C. assault case after taking a plea deal. Appearing in court on Tuesday morning, September 2nd, the Grammy winner pleaded guilty to an assault charge, admitting that he struck a man outside a D.C. hotel last October. Accompanied by an on-again, off-again Karrueche, well, girlfriend Karrueche, Brown left the court a free man after sentenced to time already served for the misdemeanor assault charge. Brown spent 2 days in the District of Columbia jail following the attack, 2 months in prison earlier this year for probation violation. So according to the Associated Press, he spoke to them and he briefly said, I want to say to the court, I'm sorry. And like I mentioned before, his bodyguard was actually found guilty for the incident earlier this year. And even though, you know, he's getting his legal situation together, he actually shared his new cover with Billboard magazine, and you know, he's basically with his little blonde hair. I'll admit it, I don't really like Chris Brown with his blonde hair, but you know, he's blonde hair, you know, showing off his tattoos, and he's, you know, wearing like a fedora. And I actually have some quotes from the actual article from Billboard, and Chris Brown said to them, I realize that what I do for a living opens my life to public scrutiny, and that I have a responsibility to everyone because of that exposure. I can say I am only human and I have made mistakes. I can say that I try to live my life in the most true, honest way that I can. I am not perfect. No one is. No one is harder on me than me. No one can please everyone. No one can live in the past and expect to grow. I have been moving forward and hope that I am not defined by just a few moments in my life, but all of the moments that will make up my life. And I think that is well done said. Chris, the past is the past, and I only wish you well. I'm excited for the new album. I'm excited for your new tour. I will be there, and I wish you the best of luck. I love you. And the next topic of the day is Justine Bieber. Poor Justine Bieber. Justine Bieber, Justine Bieber. Alright, so actually this week he was arrested in Canada for dangerous driving, and he actually collided with a minivan or something like that. So I don't know what's going on with Justine Bieber. Like, seriously, like, I really do not know what's going on with Justine Bieber. Like, I don't want to judge him, but come on with Justine Bieber, get it together, please. Just get it together. Like, you have such an opportunity. Like, Justine Bieber and I are the same age. We're both 20 years old. I turned 20 in February. He turns 20 in March, or he turned 20 in March. And he's like basically living a dream. And you know, he started off as, you know, like just cute kid, you know, build up his fan base, and you know, he had all little girls chasing him, and it's like, yes, I love Justine Bieber. At one point I was chasing Justine Bieber. But I mean, come on, yo. Like, you get older and you sit here and you just do all this unnecessary stuff. And I mean, if you want to sit here, smoke your little weed, you know, do your little drinks, you let them strippers. I understand you 20 and whatnot, but keep that out of the public's eyes, because, you know, honestly, you're in a position where you're going to be judged, and you don't need that, you know, to mess with your head. So I can just say to Justine Bieber, please get your ish together. I'm just saying, be you, but, you know, be mindful of the things you do publicly. because not only is that a bad look on yourself, but that's also a bad look on, you know, young people like myself that's trying to come up in the industry. So Justine Bieber, get it together. Alright, so the next topic that I want to talk about is Jill Scott. So Jill Scott, she had I don't want to say a naked photo released, because it actually isn't her in the naked photo, but there was actually a photo of her that was released. So there were two photos, one photo of her with like a robe on or something like that, and it was like her body and whatnot, and then there was another photo where it was just boobs all out, whatever. So it was like, the net was like, oh, Jill Scott got naked pics all over the place, and I was like, what? Jill Scott? Jill Scott? No. Jill Scott? When you think of Jill Scott, you don't, you know, I would expect a naked pic from somebody like, I'm not trying to say the wrong person right now. I would expect a naked pic from, I love Nicki, but if Nicki Minaj was to have a naked photo, you know, leaked somewhere on the internet right now, I wouldn't even be surprised. But somebody like Jill Scott, so I was like, I gotta check this out. So, long story short, you know, Jill Scott, she basically went on Twitter, and it was two photos. So she admitted, and she said basically, the first photo was me. I'll say that. That second photo is not me. And to, you know, prove to y'all, she actually sat here and she compared the phones, because it was like mirror pics. She compared the phones. She said, these are two different phones. So this is how you know this is not me. I admitted to this one, but this fully naked one is not me. And she said, she even took it to the, you know, lengths of saying, that gap in between the legs in the second photo, I wish I had that gap. I ain't got that gap. I know my body. So this is me, and this is, you know, somebody else, but it's not me. So, I mean, stop trying to bring Jill down. And the photo was leaked. So whoever did that, shame on you. Why? Why would you do that? That's Jill Scott. That is Jill freaking Scott from Philly. Don't do that to her. That was wrong. That was completely, it was wrong. Shame on you. Jesus gonna get you, okay? Anyway, so my third topic of discussion, no, actually my fourth, I'm sorry. My fourth topic of discussion will actually have to be Nick and Mariah. So, it was recently announced that Nick and Mariah Carey have actually been separated for some time. We didn't know, but you know, they finally, or Nick finally revealed that, yeah, we've been separated and there will be a divorce. And, you know, sorry. So many people have like just been coming at Mariah Carey, calling her like a bad mom and all of this other stuff. I'm sorry. All Mariah talk about is them damn babies. Or, well, they're called them babies, not them damn babies. But, you know, she loves her kids. And, like, you know, ever since, like, this whole breakup situation has been happening, like, everybody has been, like, coming down on her, like, terribly. So Nick Cannon, you know, they're still legally married, so her husband had to go on Twitter and he had to actually sit here and address it, because he was sick of everybody sitting there talking about his, you know, soon-to-be ex-wife / baby mama. So this is what Nick actually had to sit here and say. He basically said, during this challenging time for me and my family, it saddens me that the media can be such evil bottom feeders. Because my family and I haven't been forthcoming with personal information, people are quick to paint negative pictures and spread rumors. For the record, I have never, nor will I make a statement regarding my marriage. So whatever your favorite gossip outlet is reporting has been created within their own imagination. At this difficult time, I would ask all civilized people to please respect my family in this process. What infuriates me the most is to hear people slander Mariah Carey. I will forever be in debt to that woman for the blessing with our children. I will always love her unconditionally for this and so much more. Mariah Carey is an amazing mother and I trust her wholeheartedly. So to see false reports in the media stating otherwise, I am absurd. While I would like to remain silent, I can no longer allow this to happen. I love Mariah, and that will never change. If the media wants to portray me as a bad guy, that's fine, but it's unfair to drag innocent people into the equation. Others have lives, families, careers, and for the media to slander them is downright evil and illegal. By the way, shout outs to the so-called sources. I hope that check was worth it. Don't worry about my life. Worry about what you're worried about in your life. And finally, trouble in paradise is the dumbest phrase I've ever heard. I would never say that or whatever. So, yeah. I will say that when Nick and Mariah first got together, to me, I was kind of like blindsided, because it was like, when was Nick and Mariah ever dating? It was just like, oh, Nick and Mariah Carey is married. And at first, I will admit, it was like such like an odd couple or whatever, because you know, you think Mariah is Mariah. And then you sit here and like, even though Nick is a grown man, to me, I would always see him as Nick from All That, because I grew up watching All That. So to me, it was kind of weird, but you have to say, like, they had like a good run. Like, honestly, they had like a very respectable marriage. You can tell that he really loved her. He even tatted her name in big ass letters on his back. And you know, they have like the two cutest twins ever. So I mean, it's always sad to see, like, you know, a celebrity couple or just any couple in general like break up. But come on, y'all, let them be. Like, damn, come on, let them be, because at the end of the day, they doing better than you and I. So it's really like so much irrelevant. And I mean, since we're on the topic of like couple news, I might as well sit here and talk about Future and Sierra. People magazine, about maybe 2-3 weeks ago, they sat here and reported that Sierra and Future had broken up, and it was because he was cheating on her. I saw reports where it was like that he was cheating on her with his stylist. I don't know, but Sierra had to come down on them because she was like, I've never said that, and for y'all to like leak that information and say that to the public is like downright wrong. But now they're saying that Sierra and Future, well, according, you know, to Future's camp, Sierra and Future are back together, and you know, they're, you know, trying to make it work out for like their son. And their son is so cute, by the way. Like, she recently took, like, they did like a little selfie and stuff or whatever. I actually entered it here. So, but yeah, you know, I don't have too much to really to say about that. I mean, like I said, they have like a 3 months. I mean, although Sierra's like his 3rd or 4th baby mama, I just hope it works out. So, I mean, if they're together or not together, I just hope that, you know, the best is yet to come for both Sierra and Future. And the last topic of the day, I am going to talk about Usher and his new tour. This week, Usher announced that he will be going on his new tour, which is the UR Experience. And on the tour, August Alsina and DJ Cassidy will be joining him. And I am so excited, and I'm honestly, truthfully going to try to make it to this tour, just for the simple fact that August Alsina right now, he's on his Testimony Live tour, and he'll be here in New York City in the next 2 weeks. And I actually can't go, 1, because I have class, and 2, because even though I thought about, okay, well, maybe if I leave class a little early and I make it to the city, I could go see August, because I love me some August Alsina. But the tickets were sold out. So, I mean, this is just another opportunity for me to possibly see him. And on top of that, to see Usher. It's Usher. Come on. Usher. So, I mean, I could imagine the crowd, though. It's going to be, like, a little bit weird. You know, you have, like, the older group of ladies that's there for Usher. Because, you know, Usher been out since I was, like, a baby. And then, you know, you got the, you know, people my age, August, you know. Because August recently just turned 22 this week. So, you know, we in the same age bracket. So, I mean, you know, it's going to be like long story short, it's going to be fun, and I'm really excited about that. So, you know, the UR tour, I believe that Usher's new album is called UR. UR standing for Usher Raymond, you know, USHERRAYMOND, you know, right? What I know about that? That was like the 90s and I was little. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really excited about that. You know, August, you know, he continues to work and stuff like that. And I'm just excited. The first actual show is November 1st, and it starts in Canada. And the last show is December 12th, and it ends in Orlando, Florida. So, yeah, I'm about to go check into my tickets. So if you want to go to the UR tour, I definitely encourage you to look up, you know, your tickets and try to get up in there, because I know I definitely am. So, you know, but yeah. So those are my top 5 hot beats of the week. And I would like to thank you for tuning in this week, and I also want to thank you guys for tuning in to my video from last week. And I ask that you guys continue to like my videos, comment on my videos, subscribe to my channel, and also share my videos with others. And I would like to thank my producer for the day, Jamara, for being here and helping me out. So come in, Jamara, and say hi. Alright, so be sure to tune in next week for a new video of When the Beat Drops, so you can see my hot beats of the week. Alright, bye guys.